What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Masterlise Sasuke Uchiha from Ichiban Kuji Naruto Shippuden, The Will of Fire. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto Shippuden. Sasuke seems based on his appearance back to the battlefield with Naruto in his Sixth Paths form to fight Madara. This is an Ichiban Kuji release, and if you'd like to learn more about Ichiban Kuji, please watch the video in my description below once you finish this one. This figure sells for an average price of $100 US on the market. If you're interested in buying this figure for cheap, then use my discount code Peaches24 at bashwincollectibles.com to get 10% off of your first order and 5% off of every future order afterwards. This figure was released on June 11th, 2022 in Japan along with the rest of the Ichiban Kuji set. The Ichiban Kuji set consists of Naruto Sixth Paths form, Sasuke in his Sixth Paths form, Kakashi, and Minato as the last one prize. Sasuke stands at 10.5 inches tall, weighs 1 pound 1.1 ounces in box, weighs 11.7 ounces on his own, and he comes whole with his support. Sasuke! Naruto! Yeah, Sasuke, the Vegeta to Naruto's Goku. Of course, you can't have your very first Masterlise set without Sasuke. If you have Naruto, you're probably gonna have Sasuke. He's an integral part of the story alongside Naruto. So it is really cool to see our boy here from the War arc, which is my favorite arc of Naruto. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, by the way. This Ichiban Kuji set came out in 2022, but it was re-released this month in Japan. So that's why the prices are so high, and that's why it's super popular. It was so popular that Bandai reissued it. They don't do that very often. They do that with very popular Ichiban Kuji is what I've noticed. So very cool to see that. So let's dive right into the review itself. Like I said, Sasuke Uchiha is an integral part of the Naruto story. He is essentially, you know, Naruto's brother, and I'm gonna try not to spoil this because I know Naruto Shippuden's over, but you know, like I said in my One Piece reviews, this is mostly a Dragon Ball channel, but I do want to expand and do Masterlise reviews of other anime that I love. So if you haven't watched Naruto, definitely watch Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. They are fantastic stories, and you know, I believe Naruto is the second best-selling manga of all time, right next to One Piece and a little bit more than Dragon Ball. So, you know, put some respect on it for sure. It's a very cool story with lots of cool mechanics. Yeah, but Sasuke, you know, he's only second to Naruto in the story. He's a fantastic character, lots of depth, and a really interesting story that shows the dangers of revenge, but, you know, ultimately comes to a place of forgiveness. So I really like Sasuke. He's not one of my favorite characters. He's not even in my top 5 really, but I do really like him. And like I said, you know, he's almost as important as Naruto in this story. So I'm going to give the character choice a 5 out of 5. Likeness is really good, very simple, but you know what? You don't have to go too hard with Sasuke. You know, the details of his face, he looks certainly like Sasuke, but of course, the big details here are his eyes. As you can see, his Sharingan in one eye and the Rinnegan in the other eye, as he is at this part in the story. There is another version of this figure where he has none of his eyes active. They're just black, which is fine. I decided not to get it because there is another Sasuke that is in the second Naruto Masterlise set called, I think it's Shinobi Bonds, and it's the same exact sculpt with no Sharingan or anything, and he's actually drawing a sword, so I'll probably just get that one instead. But I do like this a lot. I think his face looks real good, you know, and he's got his very, you know, gloomy hair blocking some of his face. So yeah, likeness is a 5 out of 5. Sculpt quality is very good. It's the little things that you can appreciate in this. Of course, his hair is done perfectly. I really do love that. His sword is not being, it's a like kind of wiggly, like it's a little loose in there, but you can't pull it out. It's not meant to be drawn. But the little details that I can really appreciate in this are things like the zipper on his coat, which you can actually feel all of the little individual zippers sculpted onto there. The rope that's tying his sash is very well done, like very intricate, lots of details there, and of course, great texture when you feel that part of the figure. And then the very regular stuff that you see in Masterlise figures, like crumples of his shirt, crumples on his pants and his sash. So sculpting was done very well, and I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 as well. The paint and shading is very subtle on Sasuke. He has more darker colors than a lot of the other figures in this set. But even his shirt, even though he wears a gray shirt during this part of the story, there are mixes of light and dark grays to give it a little more depth. You can see paint and shading all throughout the ropes that are on his sash. His little, the sash itself, I don't know what it's called. It's not his pants, but he's got like a coat that's wrapped around his waist, basically. But there's actual paint and shading in there, as well as his regular pants, and even his shoes have paint and shading, and his skin. You can see it particularly on his feet, actually, and on his chest and neck. So really well done. It's just, and of course his Uchiha symbol on his back. So yeah, masterclass there. It is a 5 out of 5 for paint and shading. And of course, size and scale, he's just about as tall as Naruto, which makes sense. They're about, the same age. They're about the same height in the show. So it looks fine. He's going to pair well with the other Naruto figures in this set. Like I mentioned in my One Piece figures, these are my only Naruto figures right now. So as I continue to get more Masterlise Naruto figures, I will see how they compare along with the others. But simply because of the fact that there's a reused Sasuke and a reused Kakashi in the second Masterlise set, I'm going to assume that they're going to scale well. So we'll see. Maybe Gaara is too tall or something, so I'll figure that out in the future. But size and scale is a 5 out of 5. 10.5 inches is a great size for any Masterlise figure. And, let's compare him to my giant head. He checks out. He's a great size and will stand out in your collection as well. But yeah, I will say that this Sasuke figure it's nothing dramatically spectacular. It is perfect. I love it a lot, but I think compared to some of the other ones in the set, he's, I don't want to call boring, but just not as prominent as the other ones in my opinion. But I still really love it. It's probably the best Sasuke figure that I'll have for the time being, and I'm gonna walk away and give this boy a 5 out of 5. Thank you all again for watching today's video. But before we move on to the upcoming giveaways this month, I'd like to mention my new merch that's launched. We've got shirts, hoodies, mugs, and more. If you want to support me a bit further and rock some of the merch on the channel, please check out the shop tab on my channel. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.